Right. Testing. Let's have a look at this bad juju I got from completing the other side mission, which came with the tribute hall. Let's have a look. String of curses kills rifle. Kills refill the magazine, increase damage for a short duration, and grant super energy based on the strength of string of curses. Fires full auto. Hammer forged rifling. Durable range barrel increases range is steady rounds. This magazine is optimized for recoil and recoil control. Greatly increases stability, slightly decreases range. Hipfire grip. Ergonomic grips that increase accuracy and stability when firing from the hip. Short action stock. This weapon is especially easy to grip. Greatly increases handling speed. And infuse that. Yeah, you can get that for pledging over 45 tributes in the tribute hall. And you get those default, and you get those ornaments from the Eververse store. And here's a bit of flaw. If you believe your weapon wants to end all existence, then so it will. Tolan the shouted, "Hello again, my friend, my transient Dante. You have stepped in and out of sharp edge world, hewn gods into blunt fractions, twined yourself with powers whose names cannot even be held in the language of little grey cells. You think yourself very high on the pyramid of contumely." What? If you only knew how high the pyramid goes, higher than I knew when my radiant killer unsung me from biological squalor, or when I witnessed a royal secret turn death into a chrysalis, higher than I describe in my journals or told to our mutual three-eyed friend, higher than even I sailor upon the sea of screams that I can yet see. Perhaps I will tell you about them. You are right to ask why I would do so. Very good, dear Squanderer. Your intentions have grown sharp as thrall teeth. You see, they know what you are, what you were, what you will become. They know what lean thieves is you are to them. Soft white stones make for Jew blades, for dull blades. This I define as the truth and tension of the rope. To bind, one must apply force at both ends. I think perhaps, so I will tell you, after all, that was a brief description about the bad juju and what Toland said in his journals and that. Yeah, if anybody was not familiar with Destiny Law, Toland SayNoToRage and Erismon was the originally guardians. That only was told that Eris survived was Toland SayNoToRage and Dredgen Yor somewhat sacrificed themselves. And what is said by our three-eyed friend, only one person I know that is three eyes, that is a friend so far, is Eris. Yeah, it's a good brief description and that, and yeah, to say this was a exotic weapon in Destiny 1, to say it started life as a quest, then it became a drop with an exotic engram. If you're lucky, and if you're double lucky, if you got us on Fridays, he will have it singular, then he will sell it as the bundle for silver, the dust and strange coins and something like that. I think a while back I did a inventory video where he was selling it. And let's see, let's go Mars and let's see, have a little play around with it. Yeah, some people did say on the Bungie forum that that it was not stronger than it was in Destiny 1, but I had to play around with it and I had no issue. To say I've unlocked it on my Warlock, and when I do eventually get round to do my Hunter, I would have it equipped on the Hunter as well. Yeah, yeah, it was a great addition to the season of Opulence. That there's many YouTubers who did videos and impressions like from Lono and such explained they did run it flawlessly, but I think the point being is there was some kind of a triumph saying if you run it flawlessly you get the triumph, but sadly I completed it solo but didn't do it flawlessly due to the fact that I'm not an achievement hunter. as Lono says is in his Q&A video about the bad juju and the rageless round table, he said it was a welcome balance for the hardcore players and the casuals as well. So either way, it was a perfect balance for both sides. It wasn't like a diva quest where it was timed saying if you don't do it at a certain time, if you die, all of you wipe, and you have to basically almost start from the beginning. And Lono also says like if like he thought it was a refreshing change for a quest that was not timed and had wiping mechanics and everything. If you keep on dying, you don't have to go back to orbit and start all over again. By rightly so, I share his sentimentality about that, because if you have all these secret exotic quests and that, and put timers to it all the time, it's gonna feel samey, and not everybody can do that because they're not skilled enough to do it. And it breaks that immersion and the experience of playing a game. So it was good for once that did something a little different. There was quite a lot of jumping puzzles involved, like they usually do when it comes to quests like that, and they utilised the Leviathan raid maps for the quests very well, to give those a taste of the raid maps, to say that not everybody can do the raid and they ain't got time to rally 5 other players that are all skilled to run the original Leviathan map. To say it was a great experience of seeing it in a different light. It felt like one of those theme park rides where you start on the journey going through the scenery and that, and behest of all the horrors and that awaits the patrons of the ride. And when they finish the ride, then they come from the other side, they felt totally bowled over, and they felt it was a great experience to witness for the first time that you had never seen before. And there's quite a lot of players on the Bungie forums, and majority of them give it high praise because of that thrill of excitement being on that ride. And it felt totally rewarding and refreshing on your return. There's bad juju there waiting for you a la Snow White in a glass sarcophagus. And when you have it in your hands, then you're away. But it took me like a midnight, late night Friday, early Saturday morning, grinding for the tributes. Then come by midday. I already unlocked the bad juju. And to say, once you completed that as one of the triumphs, and that it unlocks the code in the Bungie rewards for the miniature version. Only one thing I have the gripe about that is for a small desktop miniature, it's way too much for the price of it. You might as well save that $124.99 on a couple of computer upgrades. I'll go for a day out somewhere. But with to certain people's financial situations, they can't afford to pay that amount of money on a small desktop statue, not statue, ornament. You could go to a charity shop and pick desktop ornamental statues that size is for a lot cheaper. But the problem about that is when they're gonna release the cost of postage and packaging, which is going to go up exponentially. And the problem is, due to the fact that the UK still falls under the European Union and still wrapped with customs, and that there will be a customs charge on top of that as well. So it's going to cost too much of an expense. So when you could just save up that money and find somebody that's skilled in 3D printing and that, you can knock one up for half of the fraction and out of the price. But that's my only gripe about all of this. And I usually do the inventory of Friday due to the fact that I'm out of action with because of the. In order to do that, I have to wear glasses, and because I got no glasses and that, I'm out of action until next month or September to get it sorted. So when I do, I will get back to doing it. So once you pledge 45 more tributes and lock the catalyst, do you think you get more perks on top? So that's what I think anyway. But my only other gripe when I get to minimum safe distance and go back to the tower is when I show you the prices for the ornaments at the Eververse store. In which something I was not totally happy about. Yeah, I know it takes some time to load into the tower. This is the problem about this game.
Down and up again. Oh dear.
All goods for trade. Take a look.
Is these two bad juju ornaments the Aurelian decree and beast magic? The prices for them are ridiculously expensive for 700 silver. But the whole problem about these is these should have been come with the bad juju as the reward, or by putting in the generalized loot pool instead of have to come to here to this cash shop. But in order to do that, I have so far 300, and in order to get both, that's if it loads up. Yes, thank you. Right, for 500 additional silver, it would have cost me 479. Let's back out of there. If I scroll up for 1000 silver plus 100, it would have cost me 839. Then if we go to the 5000 tier plus 1000 bonus silver, 39.99. Then likewise with 3000 plus 500, 24.99. And this one 2000 plus 300 silver, 16.79. For that, it's gonna cost way too much just to get a couple of ornaments for the bad juju. Where in the past, before they did these changes in that, they were all tied to unique drops with the ever just it does bright engrams that you get from ranking up, or however used to be in the stock rotation for the economy of bright dust. Something like here. For 125 bright dust can get you something like the digital ops ornament. And the for 700 the bright dust, you can get that, but that's cost the same as these two here, where you have to pay actual cash in order to get the silver, in order to get both. But with that you could have saved up a boatload of bright dust for dismantling the loads of consumables, like transmats and shaders and the ghost ships and sparrows. You could net you loads more, so you will had enough for these two here without no extra cost. But when it comes to, like I said, the prices I shown was totally stupidly ridiculous. All that for an exotic. To say in order to gain access to the actual exotic quests, people were burning through all the consumables and that in order to access the bad juju. And to say on top of that, like I said earlier, for the cost of the physical version is going to be expensive. I said in the Bungie forums, in quite a lot of comments, says that this is going to be
Another
the
satisfied
expensive exotic thus far, which I find it was totally ridiculous. To say that other exotics in the past, what they did was not this expensive. Like in Destiny 1 with the Rise of Iron came out, they reprised the Thorn and Iron Galahorn, which there was no extra incentives to do, like cost you so much of this, that, and the other to get them. Yeah, to say the quest back then was lengthy, but there was no hidden extra cost, and back then they didn't have a full Bungie rewards programs where you get a code for absolutely every single quest you completed in order to go to the Bungie cash shop in order to get the physical version. But with this game, it is right up to now. The bad juju has become an expense problem.
Another satisfied
Yeah,
customer.
yeah, thank you, Tess. Yeah, and there was there was an exploit. I don't want to get into that because there's so many other people that's gonna bash that like there's no tomorrow. For those who did it the proper way, now basically skip broke, so they have to grind through it all over again. And the because of all for one exotic. But I think it's totally
Thanks
ridiculous.
for shopping Eververse, Guardian. We drove the Red Legion out.
Yes, very lovely Tess. Thank you for interrupting. Yeah, I think it was not well thought out whatsoever. And people said games like Anthem and Fallout 76 got a bad press because of it. Of nickel and diming people in order to buy overpriced, expensive cosmetic pieces and that. Yeah, I know there's going to be quite a lot of defenders of microtransactions. Every time you try to have a debate with them, they all go up at his ears and, oh, you don't have to buy it, it's optional, it's only cosmetic, blah 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 blah. But yeah, but they will basically, why would, yeah, but basically reason why they say that is because the ones who defend it all the time have got deep pockets. Not everybody is lucky and got that amount of income to waste on consumable items all the time. But when it comes to an exotic in a game like this, the extras like ornaments and that, this should have come as bonuses for and for completion of the quest. Not to say this, congratulations for unlocking this. Now please pay us a bit extra for a couple of ornaments. Which is totally ridiculous.
We must create the future. The creation.
Shut that line off. The south elevators are gonna freeze.
Even for today's standards.
Looks like a journal. Anna Bray. But I can't tell who. Pretty much the entire thing is redacted. And there are whole pages missing. Something about all this seems wrong. Am I worrying too much?
So, kinda like this, what they should have done was, they shouldn't be stingy of exotic weapon ornaments, all because it's got exotic over it. That don't mean to say it's should overprice the ornaments for the weapons. Because they're not real special than something like a legendary or anything else. I think it was a sad way that these video gaming companies is gone towards. I'm not saying this to be overly negative or anything, but when it comes to an exotic quest and that, it shouldn't be done as an expense. We're gonna bleed people virtually and financially dry. It's like buying a magazine subscription in order to get every piece. They're gonna send you it week by week for something like $12.99 or something per month until you get every single part. But people said, why pay that much for a subscription in order to get every single piece of a miniature car when you could just go a hobby kit shop and buy one all complete for half of the subscription price when you get it all together without no extra hidden cost. But this is what I'm gonna fear when they do more of these quests like the bad juju, when they're gonna get it way too expensive and that for people saying no, I ain't gonna do this quest because one is gonna cost way too much of grinding for materials and that to pour it into something like the tribute hall coffers, and to do the quest in order to unlock it, and it's going to cost me even more for silver in order to get both ornaments for the weapon, and then to cost even more for the physical miniature. People say no, we ain't gonna stand for this. And sure, so what, if this was any other company than Bungie that did this franchise, still be raped from the calls by the gaming media on the internet, which I find is totally ridiculous. That certain companies and that gets a huge criticizing, and that when companies like this seem to get free passes all the time, which I find is not totally right. And these companies should be made accountable and to be called out on the practices, and if they don't learn, they're gonna do the same mistakes over and over and over again, and certain members of the spectrum and that will always white knight them and give them free passes all the time, which they're never ever gonna learn. And criticizing a company that is quite healthy, that can help some of these companies learn to improve themselves and not to pull these tactics on the player base. And that's the shocking indictment about the gaming industry of late. Some companies get criticized and others seem to get a free pass, and it's not right. And that's all I got to say about the whole bad juju rant side of the video. And after when I read through the law and the perks and go about the history of the weapon. And by the way, this video is no mean of an personal attack against Bungie. For those the staunch Bungie fanboys, please do not attack me in the comment section, because I run a family friendly gaming channel. I want to keep it that way. And follow me on social media. All the links will be in the description bar below. And I have a main channel for reviews and other stuff. And until then, this is me being Frankie, croft, smales, wherever around the world. Thank you for watching, and have a great day wherever around the world. Stay safe, very well. May the force be with you. And in the great words of Stanley, Excelsior.